Hello, beautiful family. How are you all doing? Thank you for the maximum love and the support. So, my beautiful people, today I will want to share with you. Wonders the normally say shall never end. See, this is Progress the Analyst, and here I keep you updated. I bring out the latest happening to you. So, without not wasting much of time, I want to carry you along to hear some issues, what people are saying, their take, their reaction on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and the Biafra Prime Minister Simon Ekpa. Since they started tagging Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to Simon Ekpa, let us hear what the people are saying, and I'll be right back.
Has done nothing wrong. If anyone has any fact to counter this, let the person come forward. If you want a physical combat, you bring your evidence. You bring your evidence forward. I will meet you where you are. You show me your evidence. I'm not afraid. You get? So what I'm just saying is this. It is a pity that at this point that some of us are still speaking against this man that has done nothing wrong but to speak truth to power and empower Ndibo with the truth. Most of us were saved because of this truth. We now know our left and right because of this truth this man came to speak, and some of us are still condemning him for that. Why? It is unfair and it is not proper. It is not proper. This man is fighting for us. This man has done a lot of things to secure Alibo, even if he's in prison. So I don't know what is amusing. A family lawyer to Nnamdi Kanu, I keep repeating this. He might not be a registered, in fact, he's not a registered IPOB member. If I'm not mistaken, no. But from my research, from my investigations, I heard he's not a registered member, but I don't know if it's true or not. So, but what I'm telling you that he might not be a registered member, and that doesn't mean he will not work for MNK. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, yes, came up on air and said, listen to this guy in Finland at some point. Then at some point, we all now see that this guy has been hijacked by whoever that hijacked him. And moreover, this guy was never registered in any unit in IPOB. He was never registered in any unit. If he claims, whoever claims he was registered should tell us the unit he registered and who was the head of the unit he registered and when was that. That is what you should. If someone comes up and tell you he's a member of IPOB, ask him about the unit and who is the unit head and when did he become a member.
Not bad like that.
IPOB has no card, nothing like card, the ID card, or IPOB identifies by unit. So I can only tell you the ones I know. I cannot force you to accept the truth. One thing I believe is that at the end of this whole thing, the truth will surely stand. At the end of this whole thing, the truth will surely stand.
And we saw a publication by your so-called Emapowafo, the IPOB press release, saying that Simon Ekpa was given a slot to broadcast on IPOB Radio Biafra. You understand? That's number two. Then secondly, Nnamdi Kanu and who is it called? And Simon Ekpa has been to a function together that I saw the video after Simon Ekpa spoke on behalf of IPOB. Nnamdi Kanu came up. His word was, this man, Simon Ekpa, has already said everything that he was supposed to say. Gave him some accolades. You understand? On that very podium. That's number three. Then, furthermore, we've seen an establishment between Simon Ekpa and the council of Nnamdi Kanu in Jimako. You understand? And Jimako came out to say publicly that the same person that you asked me to abandon and do away with, Nnamdi Kanu has instructed me to maintain a cordial relationship with him.
I think you've answered. Me.
Okay.
Yeah, because I see that you have a lot of points. But without taking much time, so the mic is going to go around because I really came here to listen. I would like to correct you, and for the sake of people who are listening in this space, there is a way and mode by which a person becomes a member of the indigenous people of Biafra. In the locality where you live, you must be, a member of the unit. in that your locality, of which we understand that there is an IPOB in Finland, and this man in question was also has been in Finland. And the local unit where he was living has actually come out to say that he was never a member. He was not in their register. They don't know who he is as a member, although they know who he is as an acclaimed Igbo person in the state, but not a member of IPOB. So when you come up to spaces to make statements, number one thing I want you to do is all of these 5 points that we're trying to explain and going on to the sixth one, we need only 2.
Whatever they discussed there, whether you saw Nnamdi Kanu praising the Finland guy or not, does not mean that Nnamdi Kanu really did that. Now, let me make a fact. There was a period Nnamdi Kanu wrote a letter, gave it to Aloy Ejimako for the Finland guy to stop whatever he's doing about the SAH. So, and he also made some points there. I believe after this space, I will go and check for that memo for that later. So, what I'm just trying to say is this: the Finland guy is not a registered IPOB member. Aloy Ejimako is not a registered IPOB member. The MK siblings are not registered IPOB member. So, whatever discussions or chats you see between these persons I just mentioned has nothing to do with IPOB as an organization. IPOB as an organization has one chain, command and control. IPOB take orders from the DOS. No other person. DOS headed by Mazi Chikedozium. Whoever is coming out of this name that I mentioned to claim he's this or that should at least tell us where his unit is. I believe from what.
So this is an issue that has been trending since the time that the name of Mazi Simon Ekpa, I mean to say, was mentioned in court, tagging him with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And a lot of people came up to say that Simon Ekpa is never an IPOB member. That nobody knows Simon Ekpa is not the registered IPOB member, did not take an oath, blah, blah, blah. Does that mean that the IPOB family or the nation soon to be, does that mean that everybody in the country are going to take oath? Because I don't really understand this. This one is not an oath member. He did not take oath. He's not an IPOB member. Blah, 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 blah. We still know that Simon Ekpa have said the time without number that he's not going to take any instruction from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in the DSS office, because he said that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be asking some questions under duress. So he's not going to take any information or any instruction from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. But a situation whereby they are saying that Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB member, it is not true. If Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB member, how come the witness did not even call Chika Adezemu? He did not call Shina Sanwo-Olu. He did not call all the people fighting on social media, no. He said Simon Ekpa is the only person that he know is championing the cause of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Like, he believes in what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is doing. He took after Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. If the rest people that said they are fighting about Biafra, they are fighting for Biafra, and nobody know them, so what is Simon Ekpa fighting for? And why was he arrested? Now they are saying, oh, Simon Ekpa is not an IPOB member. Bikonu, it is obvious. Thank God that some of you will still ask the question and also answer the question at the same time. That alone is cleared. You ask a question, you answer the question by yourself. Where was Simon Ekpa when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying, listen to Simon Ekpa? He is bringing this agitation to a new dimension. What was he bringing? What was he doing? Under who or under what was he doing what he was doing? Is it not under IPOB? So why is it that now that there is a problem, everybody try to shift Simon Ekpa away, saying they don't know Simon Ekpa. He's not an IPOB member, blah, blah, blah. Anyways, you can believe whatever you want to believe, but people know that Simon Ekpa is an IPOB member. So, my beautiful family, I just let me bring this little word to you, what people are saying about Simon Ekpa since this issue, or since his name was mentioned, trying to reject him, saying he's not an IPOB member, they don't know him, blah, blah, blah. So, you, what is your take on it? Because guess what? We all are learning. Tell me what you know about everything that is happening, about Simon Ekpa being an IPOB member or not, and who are the special people that are taking oaths in IPOB that we didn't hear their name, we didn't see them doing the bidding. So please share this video. I still remain your one and only Progress the Analyst, and I will keep updating you on all the latest happening. Thank you and bye for now.